if you had £1 million to give away, what would you do with it and why?
Basically, what I would do is I would go to charity, and then I would give half of that money to the charity, and then the rest of the money I would give for children in need.
Ooh.
Why? Because children need the money.
I would probably make a list of things to begin with, and I would spend a lot of time thinking about it. But I think what I'd quite like to do is help people to start their own businesses and get jobs. I think that's a real problem at the moment, is a lot of people don't have the confidence to start their own businesses or to get jobs. So I think helping people train for work, maybe.
Cool. Okay. What do you think is the best thing that God ever made, and why?
The world, because if we didn't have the world, we wouldn't be living, and we wouldn't have all this life that God has created, and I really like it. I don't want it to go away.
Well, you've had the whole world, so I'm going to say the sun. The sun gives us life. It's a huge ball of burning gas. It's miles and miles and miles and miles away. We can't even get to it because it's so hot. And yet here, sat on this little planet, it's like a nice warming glow on a nice day at least. And it's in the perfect place to give us life. So yeah, I think the sun's amazing. It's so much power, and yet it helps nurture us and grow us.
Amazing. Amen. Where do you think is Jesus' favourite place to be?
Really, this question is two, actually. Because one, I bet God likes to work because he created and he likes us and he cares for us. And heaven, because that's where he lives now. That's where he lives, and he lives in the world, so that means there's two. It's just incredible where God lives.
I literally cannot answer that any better.
What is your favourite bit about Christmas?
Well, there's only one thing or two I can say for this question. I like the presents, and I love what the presents bring. And one more thing is I love the Christmas trees and all the lights. It just comes together like clicks of just wonderful, beautiful Christmas. It's just brilliant.
So good.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, I think when everything's dark and you're starting to feel a bit cold and probably had a few wet, rainy days, Christmas is something to look forward to, isn't it? It's like when everything's dark, we need some hope. And that's kind of what we see in the story of Christmas. That obviously Jesus was the light who came into a dark world. And even now, thousands of years later, he's still our life and our hope.
And what do you think is God's favourite part of the Christmas season?
I think really there's only one simple explanation. I think he likes how all the humans come together as one, and I feel like Christmas brings everyone together, and I think that's his favourite holiday. There's no other question to that. There's only one.
What about Christingle? I think God's really impressed that people came up with Christingle. It was like, you can use an orange and a candle and some sticks, to make something weird and amazing and remember me.